Hey guys, GTP71 here. Today I'm going to be making a tutorial on how to install LED spotlights in your Unity spotlights for whatever it's for, whether it's for a Crown Victoria, Caprice, Tahoe, Explorer, whatever you have. This should work universally as long as you have a Par 46 bulb in your pre-existing spotlight. So I'm going to be teaching how to do an LED spotlight conversion for only $20. So what you're going to need the following. First, you need a spotlight, which link will be in the description, but if I post this on IGTV, you can literally hit me up for the link. My DMs are always open, and I'll just try to get back to you as soon as I can. So you're going to need one of those. You're going to need a terminal kit from Harbor Freight, a razor blade, and wire cutters. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually flip this thing over. And this right here, this does not fit on a Unity spotlight. These spade connectors are too big and this whole connector won't fit inside the housing. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it off right here. So just like that, you're going to cut it off and it's going to fall on the floor. And so what we're going to need to do now is we need to take the razor blade and cut off the sheathing right here, or the whatever you want to call it. You need to take that off, so we're going to probably cut off right about here. You want to just cut that off, and you can pull it with your wire cutters, because if they have pliers, you buy these at Harbor Freight too for like, I don't know, like $13. Pretty good. I use them all the time. All right, so then you're going to see we're going to have 3 wires. We have a red wire, and black wire, and a white wire. The red wire is power to the high beam. Black wire is going to be ground, as usual. And then your white wire is your low beam. You don't need the white wire. All you need are these two. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to strip these wires. So we're going to strip off the red wire. And just like so, twist that, and we're going to go ahead, twist it, and then we're going to go ahead and go in our terminal set, and we are going to pull out 2 of these. Actually, that is the wrong freaking connector. Hold on. There we go. Sorry. So we have right here, if it'll focus in, we have this right here. These are spade terminals, and you want to use the red ones out of this kit because it's a smaller diameter, so the wire can fit in there, because these wires are really small. So what you're going to do is you're going to put that on there, basic wiring, put that on there, and hold it, and you crimp it down. And you crimp that, and you do that for the ground. So we'll go and do the ground now. So just again, for people who didn't get it, strip the wire, twist the wire. This does get a little challenging when you put the first spade connector on, if you cut it really short like I did. So, it might get a little hard, but it's okay. You can get around it. And then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and crimp that down also. So there you go. Not the best crimp, but it's a crimp. All right, and that is done. That's really what you need to do as far as wiring. It's very simple wiring. I think anybody can do this. I think anybody really, whether you're 4 or you're 40, you could do this. So anyway, let's go over to the car and let's get these installed. All right, so now we're here. We are going to be using, today as an example, we're going to be using my dad's 2011 Ford Crown Victoria P7B. So what you're going to need is you're going to need, obviously, a spotlight that already has a halogen bulb in it, or if you're replacing your LED, a spotlight with an LED. As long as it's a Unity SO4 spotlight or any Unity that is equipped with a Par 46 LED or Par 46 bulb, you should be able to do this. So what you're going to need is your Unity spotlight. You're going to need an Allen wrench. I don't quite know what size these are, but I'm sure you can figure it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and flip over the spotlight, and right there is your screw. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and remove the screw. Now, there's sometimes, like on my Spotlight, on my white Crown Victoria, there is 3 screws, but on the newer SO4s, like some of the newer ones or just some other Unity SO4 Spotlights, sometimes there's only 1 and the ring twists off. But mine just comes apart with 3 screws. So we're gonna go ahead and it's very hard to film, by the way, and do this at the same time, so I do apologize for the slow moving pace. But anyway, so we get that screw out. Alright, so we got the screw out, place it somewhere safe, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and twist this ring counterclockwise, and you're gonna go ahead and remove it, and that's your ring right there. Okay, and then you have your Spotlight. You see right there we have power, we have ground. So we're gonna go ahead, remove power, remove ground. I did that opposite, sorry. Anyway, you go ahead and place the halogen bulb in a safe space where it won't get damaged. And so we have our Spotlight right here, our LED Spotlight, and we have ground. It may be hard to see, but that's ground and that's power. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is you wanna make sure the connector is all the way down facing this way. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and connect both of these. So, sorry, this is very hard to do. I might be in frame, but go ahead, connect power to power and ground to ground. And then once you have that done, you're gonna go ahead and you can it's gonna just drop into place. Some of them, like on mine, you really have to press the ring up against and it won't fit in quite right. But if you remove or trim the foam pieces, it should work better. But anyway, so it's dropped in now. And we're gonna go ahead and put the ring back on. You might have to, it's a little hard to get these rings back on. All right, and so we got the ring back on. We're gonna twist it, and we're gonna grab our screw and put it back in. So, you know, take your Allen wrench, just screw it back in. Sorry, my hands are a little shaky. Struggling. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and grab the screw it in there. Make sure it's nice and tight. It doesn't have to be torqued down or anything, but you wanna make sure that it is nice and tight so it stays in. Okay, so now that we have our Spotlight here in place, we're gonna go ahead and test and make sure that this thing actually works. Yep, and just like that, it should be working. And these things are quite bright, so I'm telling you how to install these, but please be careful with these things because they are very bright and they will blind somebody. I'll just say I've stared into one of these for a solid 1 millisecond and I had sunspots in my eyes for about 20 minutes. So please be careful with these, be smart, don't act like a cop. And yeah, so that's how you install a Unity SO4 Spotlight with an LED. It's a very simple installation. I really didn't have many problems with it. My white Crown Vic was the one who gave me the most issues. That's because I have an older Spotlight installed on my Unity, or on my Crown Vic, sorry. But these are really cheap. They're $20 on Amazon. The link will be in the description, or if you're watching this on IGTV, if I post it there, you can literally just DM me and I'll give you the link on DMs. And yeah, they're quite cheap. I mean, it's $20 for a pair. So if you have 2 Spotlights, you know, you could buy the pair. And even if you just have 1 Spotlight on your Crown Vic, it's really good to have an extra because these are cheap Chinese stuff. These are cheap Chinese bulbs. So it's pretty good to have a spare laying around just in case, you know, it breaks. So you don't have to order another one and wait a day or 2 to get the other bulb. But yeah, so that's how you install a Unity LED. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.